Go.
Okay, today is July 10th, 2023. This is Rise Up with Blooming Lotus Wellness, Monday Millionaire Mindset with LaKeisha Grande. I'm Danyelle Claxton. Oh, I got it. And I'm really getting into that mindset, but I'm also getting into the energy of being around people who are in that energy. And that is so important, to be around people who are in that energy, in that space. So we was doing what's called a call-a-thon. And I talked to a few people. I got a few people who are interested.
Danyelle, if you could tell the people that are just joining with the video what you're talking about. We don't know what you're talking about. What you guys were already talking about. You're talking about energy and being in that space, and we don't know what energy and space you're speaking of.
Okay, so I am talking about being in, since we talk about Millionaire Mindset Monday, because I'll be truthfully honest, I did not know how all this was going to fit in to everything until it just happened. And so this weekend, I had an opportunity of being in the creative space, the creator who created the Tableverse program. So what Tableverse the program is financial literacy. It is 6 classes. You get access to 6 classes every single week that deal with everything from credit repair to hard asset. What is it? Hold on 1 second. I have notes, so let me review, because I want to make sure people I know people ask me all kind of things. Okay, so you have everything from funding, credit, mindset, systems, marketing, and real estate. So the classes usually are like probably around, they're done live, but they're also recorded. And because you have a subscription, you can always go back at any time to go back and actually, get your class together, get your notebook and get your class together on your own time. But you also have access to the educators who are educating you on these particular topics. And you also have a network of people who are working with you. We have a network of Black-owned banks, and I've met a woman who got funding for her real estate project within 48 hours, working with the Black-owned bank, because there's a lot of disparity when it comes to business, when it comes to African Americans, just because there's still redlining going on because we're African American. They put us through the ringer. You have to have this, you have to have that. I've met a woman who said that they didn't look at all that. They just looked at, she had a 620 credit score. They just looked at her credit score, and she had to put down like 3%. That was it. They didn't go through the whole rigorous system of everything else in order for her to get the funding that she needed to complete her real estate project. So it's just, how they say it's not what you know, but it's what you know, but it's also who you know. It's a network that they're working up to get up to 1,000 families. We're up to 400 now, but it's just the knowledge. And they also talk about systems and creating systems and scaling, which is some of the things that we I'm gonna say we're missing in our business. So I got to meet Jewel Tankard. Her name is Jewel Tankard. She is a doctor of finance, just like our own Madam Finance here. She her husband is his name is Bill Tankard, if I'm not mistaken. He is a Christian jazz saxophonist. So he's a Christian jazz music artist. I know they are ministers, they have a church. She is just a powerhouse about building about getting real estate, about what to know, what to look for, and different things of that nature, and just what to have in your portfolio, for you to do things that you want to do. And I happened to put it out there that I wanted to be at her table. I wanted to meet her, and I got the opportunity not just meet her, but just meet her in her element, and be around that wealth energy, that yeah, that's what I was talking about, being around the wealth energy, being around um money, people who are moving money, people who are making money, people who have money shifting around. And so I'm in the groups. I haven't signed up yet, because it's $142 subscription, and I'm creating the resources by which to have that subscription paid for. But I'm also working with some people who are saying the same thing. It's like, hey, can we what is it, get this, work on a subscription together until we actually own, we're able to manage a subscription ourselves to get the knowledge, because there's a lot of knowledge floating around here and people are taking advantage of it. And I just realized that one of the sisters is actually, I didn't realize she was a mortgage broker. I knew she had a lot of properties, and she's buying a lot of property for her mother as her retirement. And I never even thought about that, about having a everybody talks about a 401k that your employer puts money into, but if you're not creating that, you have to create your own 401k in a different context. So what does it look like to have, one woman says she's going to retire with a 20 unit apartment building, and that 20 unit apartment building is going to be part of her 401k. I'm like, oh, that makes perfect sense, because if you have a 20 unit apartment building, and let's say the average price, I know the average price in Detroit is not $1,000, because rent has gone up significantly because of supply and demand. But if you just have a 20 unit apartment building and you're getting $1,000 a month, you know what I'm saying? That's $20,000 a month coming to your business. Now, of course, you got to take away what it is that your property management company is doing, and of course your taxes and different things of that nature. But $20,000, even if it's like, let's say 15, 16, $17,000 a month, you know what I'm saying? That's a significant amount of money coming to you each and every monthly, for you to do whatever business you need to handle your personal affairs, or this, that, and the other, whatever. I'm like, oh, that's kind of smart. 20 units or 20 houses, however you want to do it, that makes more sense. Another woman's doing the same thing for her mother, buying a couple of properties, so that to ensure that rental income that comes in on a monthly basis is, helping her mom support her mom. So, because what Social Security only gives you so much. I don't know anybody that's getting no more than a certain amount of dollars each month for Social Security. So real estate is an excellent way of making sure that you have that extra income coming in, to handle whatever it is that you need to handle. So I'm learning some things. These are people who are setting up their trust. They're getting their trust set up. Tower versus helping people from the start get their LLCs together, get their financing together. I found out some information last night. We had just like a corporate meeting for the whole corporate setting of Taba, and it was like, oh my God, they was spitting enough jewels to make you be like, okay, what is it? What is it? To just make you be like, huh, like, really? Okay. For instance, the credit specialist, her name is Brianna Anderson. She was like, okay, so if your credit is messed up or you have no credit, she's like, you still have business credit that you can utilize. And that I didn't know that if you have your EIN and your DUNS number, you can walk into credit unions or banks or anything and actually start getting loans in your business using your business credit. And she was like, you can, that's how she's getting, what is it? Like millions of dollars of capital to do the things that she needs to do for her business. But she's also using the business credit to actually, she's like, use your business credit, be smart about it to clean up your personal credit, and then turn around and, use the money for the funding that you need to use, that you still need to use. And I'm sitting here like, I've never heard anybody say that. I know everything that she says is legal because they're not going to give us any illegal information. But I'm like, you know, and if she's like, if you go to the right banks, they won't look at how much money is actually coming through your business, because that's the first thing that a lot of banks want to see. They want to see how much capital is actually coming through your business. But if you're part of an organization that has a Black-owned bank, they just want to see you got your proper business structure set up in order to get funding. And you're talking about getting 10, 15, 20, if you go into a regular bank trying to get $20,000 from a regular bank for your personal use, the system is already set to cap you off at $20,000. So when you ask, that's why you get denied. And then they look at all your personal stuff. When you're on your business side, they're just looking at everything for your business. So she was dropping some jewels like, oh, so this is how people be doing what they be doing. So the answers are coming. And I'm just like, okay. So I'm getting my foot in the door and getting some hard information, or really finding out how the rich are really playing this game seriously. Like, how are they getting this money? How all of a sudden somebody can come out with an idea and just have the money because they know where to go. They know how to properly structure a business, and they know exactly where to go. So I'm excited because I'm like, we're getting this knowledge. We're getting this knowledge. I'm just saying like that. We're getting this knowledge.
All right. Well, God, that was a wonderful weekend, informative weekend for you, babe.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I've learned about bank stacking and what is it? What was she said? She said get 2 more LLCs. If you already got one, get 2 more, because then it opens up the potential for you to actually get for you to get more money, more funding. She's got a credit analyst that will analyze your credit in 10 seconds and will give you suggestions as to what, how to actually clean up that credit.
Mm-hmm. But Danyelle, let's take a moment and welcome everyone and allow them to
Oh,
come
we got 6 people on.
into this circles, and talk about their weekend as well in a few sentences, a paragraph, whatever. Grand Rising partner LaKeisha on the Monday mornings, the new co-host. Grand Rising.
Grand Rising, everyone. Grand Rising.
Grand Rising.
And Ivana, Evelyn, Reverend Omani took us on an excursion yesterday that was mind-blowing.
It was great.
Well, let me see. Edwana was here first. So hey girl.
Hey.
You want to say something? You want to?
Oh, okay. Ladies, I'm just plugging. I just want you all to know that to have a place to come plug into is so settling. So over the weekend, my cousin and her son are here. She's working with dementia, and he is autistic, and he was hospitalized over the weekend. It's been crazy.
Oh.
And so prayerfully, he has he has 3 staples in his head. He hit his head when he fell. Looking for a placement for him. And so this morning I've got a lot of scurrying to do to get the proper paperwork together. It's been a journey.
He just recently fell.
Yes, over the weekend. So it's been a weekend checking on him for physical health and mental health to get the situation. and under control. And so I'm looking for a placement for him now, outside of the home. It's just not the best fit as he's aged. The emotional pieces that go along with it, and the physical activity that has to be done, it's kind of heart-wrenching because he's never had the proper, probably, diagnosis and the care that should have happened years ago. And so it's a lot associated, but just taking the time to breathe and just some of the tidbits that have been shared from the heart and the wisdom of you ladies has made, it's really given me something to hold on to. So I appreciate it. I do.
Ashe, Ashe, wonderful.
Mhm.
Well, our prayers go up with you. What's your son and your nephew's name?
Well, this is my cousin.
Your
His name
cousin?
is David.
David.
Mhm.
Okay. And how is mom doing with that? And how, because she's never been away from him like that, to put him somewhere else, that's going to be, we're gonna be praying for you.
Thank you. Well,
Mhm.
that's a blessing. And because she doesn't know. She hasn't asked about him, but he did call late last night, and she still has no idea that it's him, even after talking. So she made a shift. By the way, I had to call EMS for her last weekend because her jump was so drastic. I thought she was in a different kind of crisis. But listen, ladies, prayers do work, and I have to keep telling myself to breathe through it because it's
Yeah.
been on steroids. But we're coming through because I
Mhm.
see that light. I
Yeah,
see it.
right, right, right. Well, we are keeping you lifted up, honey, because
Thank you.
got two other full-grown lives that are
Indeed.
almost like toddlers in your life. So we got
We
you.
thank you. Thank
You're
you.
welcome. Next, Mama Evelyn, you were here next. What's up with your hair, girl? I
Hey,
see it pent up.
yeah, because it's like all over the place.
Beautiful hair, beautiful, beautiful hair.
Mhm.
The versatility of it all.
How are
Yeah,
you, Mama Evelyn?
yeah. Well,
What excited you this weekend?
ooh, yesterday was great. I loved Isis. I loved her. She brought some stuff to the table that you
Yeah.
just didn't think of, and she made us think we're stepping up our game because she is like so positive and so, it's just this is the only way you can go. And
What went down? What happened?
well, we were in a circle with Aziz. That's the spiritual advisor of Reverend Omani. And yeah, I'm going to Egypt. I'm sort of, yeah, my fear was to travel out of the country because the farthest I've ever been is Canada. So I'm like, I want to go to Egypt. So I want to know where I get my passport from and all I got to do there, and shoot, I'm gonna be ready
Mm-hmm.
because
Yeah, because that trip is already full now, so we have to go
yeah,
on next one.
yeah, yeah. Every 3 months she goes. Every 3 months.
Oh,
For
wow.
35, she's been going every 3 months for 35 years.
No way.
Mm.
Way.
Okay, now.
Well, she said last night, she said last night she gonna be 80 in 2 years, but she don't look nowhere near that.
Mm-mm.
No, she looks like she's like 50.
Mhm.
Really?
Yes.
Mhm. She slept in the pyramids though.
Mm,
Mm-hmm.
mm.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
That was
That's
beautiful.
been one of my dreams, is to go to Egypt and touch a pyramid. I don't know what it is. I just want to touch a pyramid.
Mhm.
Well, are we
Closer
trying?
to it now.
Wow.
You're
Girl,
close to it now.
I went
Um,
in the pyramid. You can go in the pyramid.
mm,
So listen, are we birthing a travel group right now or something right here?
Well, yeah, we need to go.
Yeah.
There's so many spiritual centers in the world, though. We need to touch
Yes.
them.
Yeah,
We
like
and the thing about it is, you ain't got to go that far. You can go to Sedona, sit in the portal in Sedona. You got the hot springs in Arizona. You got the Crystal
Mhm.
Caves in North Carolina. There's some places to go. You got Mount Shasta. Plenty
Mhm.
places to go right here in the States.
Mhm.
yeah, I'd
And
say let's go. Like I'm one of our sisters here in the city, Mistress Maymuna, she finally made the jump and she actually moved to Jamaica. That was her goal to move to Jamaica. So she's in Jamaica right now, along with my sister Jennifer, on my way the energetic midwife. She's in Jamaica. Um, so there's a lot of us in the city of Detroit, Steph and Ty, if you remember Steph and Ty, they moved to Mexico.
Mexico,
Yeah,
yeah. So
we,
so Maymuna has moved to Jamaica because I wasn't sure. I
she's
saw it
there,
but
she's there now.
yeah.
She's there now. And I think she's starting to promote a lot of her stuff online. A lot of her stuff, so I'm like, she's
Yeah,
made the shift, which is
I've seen
funny
her.
because
Mm-hmm.
I saw
I've
her
seen her
last Monday.
online
I
stuff.
saw
Yeah.
her. I saw her last Monday here on the boulevard. I was like, oh, and then next thing I know, that Wednesday, she was all living off the ocean. I was like, oh, okay,
Yeah, because
okay. So,
she sold a lot of stuff and she was selling a lot of stuff. And
and I
she's
want to say, I know I have my passport, but I have no stamps in it as of yet. But I do have my passport. The passport process is not difficult at all. I would say get your passport now.
Just to have it. Yeah.
Just to have it, so you be ready to go. So it's like, we call up, be like, look, I'm out. I need some sun. You can just go. So, go get it. It's worth having. What is it for travel? And I'm like, I say, let's do this. Let's do something. I've heard about Sedona. I have on Instagram, whenever I see someplace, I have a tab for travel. So I have probably thousands of different places or different things or different experiences that I wanted to, because it's all right there. It's all right there. So yeah, I'm definitely interested and down, but I would love to hear more about what is it? The ISIS experience, because I got invited, but then I didn't go. I was like, I don't know why I didn't go. I didn't know y'all was going.
You didn't?
Well,
'Cause you
I'm
haven't
gonna say
been
this, and then is that mainly the people who went were part of the class,
Oh yeah.
the Course in Miracles. That's what Aziz is really. Well, I don't know what she's all known for, but that's how we know her, is through Reverend Omani and the class, in order especially to understand what she's talking about on that level, to step into a master. I just wanted to announce that I just found out that Reverend Omani is opening up for another class. I don't know the date or what evening or daytime and stuff, but she can tell you when she knows more about that. But it's not only is the class amazing in and of itself as far as the Course in Miracles, but it doesn't matter what religion or what your faith is. It just cuts right through that. It doesn't dog anything. It encourages you in your relationship with the Holy Spirit, with the Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit, and being able to have just a real good conversation. And there's things that we do every day to practice and get that into our spirit, and have a knowing inside of you of and how it all is operating. And so you can call it on a dime, not be subjected to negative things or things that's not benefiting. And so, yeah, it really is good. So I just wanted to say it goes on and on and on. There's all kind of people who are not kind of people, but there are many people who are teaching the Course in Miracles. Yeah, so it is, it's not something you can do it by yourself, but it's best that when you're in when you're with a master that knows what it's talking about, that can explain it and such. So I just wanted to throw that in. I heard last night, I think it was last night or the other night, that she's about to open up another class. So it's not, I'm not promoting Reverend Omani, I'm promoting the Course in Miracles. She does an excellent job at teaching it.
Yes.
And the other thing is that it comes in line because we're all together. It's something we can speak of. Keep us on that track that what we are going to Master Izisha, she was unapologetic about who we are, just apologetic about who we are, and in such a loving way. Yeah.
How did she explain? Because I couldn't explain it, but she was talking about the father. We always call how she explained, broke it down as to what that actually means. When she said, Reverend Omani, please. I want to hear that again because
wait, hold on.
Yeah, see, we going somewhere.
Wait a minute. So do I have to come on camera for real?
Yes, please.
Yes.
Oh my God.
See your beautiful face.
We got to see all these facial expressions that she does when she's saying stuff.
Ladies, look at this color. Look at the color that we're wearing.
Yeah, I noticed that. That made me think. I said, do I have any pink to make earrings? I'm gonna make some earrings with the pink background because we can.
Oh, like wow.
I mean, even LaKeisha has like a grayish pink. And look at her with
her makeup. Look at her makeup is fitting right in with that color scheme. It's so
Thank you, ladies.
So y'all know, see, I ain't fitting in no kind of way, okay?
You look great.
You look pretty.
I ain't fitting in no kind of way. Y'all
yeah.
This one thing I can say about Elizabeth, y'all be pressing me, Jesus. But I'm gonna tell you something. My spirit's like, okay, you better get on that call because they're gonna be talking about the circle. It's gonna go all over the place, and by the time you think you gonna show up, it'll be a whole new conversation.
So one thing I want to make sure, Reverend Omani, that I am in tune to your next course and class. I would love to participate.
Okay, that's it.
Me too.
So I'm gonna tell y'all something about the Course in Miracles. Okay, so what you got to know about me for sure is that being a minister is the farthest thing from my mind, right? But somewhere I did agree. Well, I did agree to it, but I guess like last night when I got talked about the resistor, I've always resisted it, right? I want to do it, but I want to do it my way. And God is like, no, you will be doing this my way. So it's been the back and forth and the back and forth. However, once I
Father.
I will. Oh, wait a minute, hold on. Somebody calling me. There's somebody who didn't make it last night. They had a flat tire. So I know they're like, oh, MG, I had a flat tire, didn't make it.
Oh, wow.
You were going to explain about the Father?
But yeah, because I was going to explain about the Father, but we were talking about the class. I was just like getting everybody just set up for who is really over here, okay? Because to be in class, it takes something different, and it takes something to read the Course in Miracles. It's not just like something you want to do for more information. This is not that. So that's really I really want to say. And people are sort of finding that out. So you got to be ready. You got to be ready, and it's got to be something you want to do. So so she said, when you look up the word pattern, patir, the word for father is patir, and that means that patir means pattern. The Father has the pattern. So like the seed in the seed, even though you don't know what's in the seed, if it's a sunflower seed, inside of that seed, it has the pattern to make the seed,
Mm-hmm.
right? And like the nutrients and what it needs to grow into that seed comes from material. The material to grow that seed is the soil, matir. So it's really the seed in the soil. The man represents the seed and the woman represents the soil. And when you actually start to really get that, we can actually start transforming our relationship between men and women
Mm.
because the relationship is off. And that's why men and women, the relationships are not working.
Mm.
Because the women, we don't know how to nurture. We don't know how to nurture men. The women are the nurturers. You know, you put the seed. If you put the seed in the soil and nurture it properly, it'll give you a whole orchard. You know, like you plant an apple tree, you'll have some. I had an apple tree one time. It had so many apples. I cut the damn apple tree down because I got tired of crunching on them. Crunch, 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 crunch.
Oh,
When I would walk through the backyard because there was so many of them.
yeah.
But the tree was nurtured. But when I got there, the tree was barren. It hadn't had any apples in years. But then once I got there, next thing I know, it was birthing apples everywhere. So it represents like the seed in the soil. When a seed is taken care of, it will produce over and over and over again. So
Mm-hmm.
it's the conversation for the seed in the soil.
I see.
Powerful conversation when you get it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and women, we're the nurturers, so we're that everywhere. It's not just in your relationship with your man, but it's in relationship with other women, with the kids. That's just what we bring to the party, right? You know, like, but how we are. I mean, what, you didn't do what I said? You got to get out. The dirt don't tell the seed that. You're not producing what I need you to produce. You got to go.
Mm-hmm.
That's funny to me. That always crack me up. So that's it.
Mm-hmm. Thank you. Thank you.
Mhm.
LaKeisha, you wanna say hi and all that stuff? And I see Star just popped in. She can say Grand Rising. LaKeisha, go
Oh, I
ahead.
thought you
Mhm.
were saying star.
Star can afterwards. Mhm.
Okay. Grand Rising, everyone.
And rising.
Really relaxing weekend for a change.
Mm.
It was pretty cool. I didn't accomplish everything that I wanted to accomplish, but it was, just having a woosah moment.
Mhm.
But I did want to, I'll let Star talk about her weekend. But I had a good weekend. It was very relaxing. I cleaned out my garage, part of it, which I've been wanting to do.
Mhm.
So pretty cool. Did some studying, research. So yeah, it was good.
Oh, good. She's coming down the steps. She can greet us now.
Grand Rising.
Grand Rising.
Oh Lord, there's a loose cannon over here, and it's Omani's fault.
Yes, it is.
Omani pulled the cover off of the top off of Pandora's box.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, LaKeisha, you wanted to share something?
Yeah, I kind of wanted to piggyback on Danyelle when she was talking about business credit, speaking about real estate. Yeah, I know I love studying millionaires and billionaires. And one of the things that they all seem to have in common is real estate within their portfolio. Some kind of way that all of them have real estate in their portfolio. So that is something that we all really should look into. We're talking about increasing financial fitness, being wealthy. That is one of the things that I have noticed. So I did say that every Monday I wanted to read a success story
Mhm.
of different millionaires and billionaires. Another thing, before I do that, I wanted to talk about when she was talking about business credit. So business credit is like very, very important, but you do have to set yourself up correctly to get these grants. You know, there's a lot of grants that's out here. I have a list of grants. I got to find the grants. The grants out here, getting the business credit. We do need to be, you know, set up properly. One thing I noticed a lot is that you need a professional email address. So a lot of times you can't have the Gmail, the Yahoos, the different things like that. You have to be considered professional. You have a professional email. So if your company, like my company name is Natural Living by Design, my email is LLegrand@naturallivingbydesign. So whatever your business name is, you know, you need to have that as your professional business address. Also, seeking business credit. You can't use, it's not wise to use a P.O. box. Don't use a P.O. box. A lot of times you can't use your home address. Now that the pandemic is, you know, has been going, they do know that a lot of people are using, you know, working from home. But if you try not to use your personal home address, get a virtual office if you can. Get a virtual office so that you can apply for the grants, and also it's good to use for your, you know, for your business credit, not a P.O. box. Sometimes it'll cause issues, and there may be a reason why you don't get it. Yes.
LaKeisha,
Queen.
if you have to use a PO box, I mean, you know, they have the ones where they have an actual address for you, so they don't know that that's a PO box. So you want
That's
to
correct.
place, is it a regular address? You can use that.
Yes, you can use that. So there are some places that you can actually have a address associated with it. So let's do that, but try not to use a PO box. Try to make sure that you're using a professional email address as well. A lot of things also that we were talking about when she was saying about building business credit and your personal credit. It's little small things. I remember I had bought a book a long time ago called The Credit Secrets. And one of the things that can help increase your, just simple things that can increase your credit score is if like you have multiple names, like I've been married before, LaKeisha Millender, I used that before. If you've been married multiple times, you have your different names. So sometimes they'll ask you about your aliases. You can have those removed off of your credit score and that will increase your credit score. So I no longer use LaKeisha Millender. You know, I had LaKeisha Woodard growing up. So I had these different names. Once I removed it, it will increase your credit score. Even also another thing that will increase your personal credit score is your address. So if you lived in different places before, you have 3 or 4 different addresses on your credit report, have those addresses removed, and that will increase your credit score as well.
Really?
Yeah, I did it. I'm telling you, my credit was really bad at one point. And because I had to take care of my grandmother, and yeah, so my credit had sunk. So those are different things that I did to help raise my credit score, raise artisans' credit score, was doing little things like that. So if you got different addresses that you lived at before, remove them off your credit score. Off your credit report. Every year, everyone should. I do it January every year and get the free credit reports from all of them. Equifax, Experian, TransUnion, and you get a free report every year and go over it every year and see, because sometimes things get put on your credit report you might not even be aware of for some reason, and get those
I just want to jump on and say not being afraid of looking at your credit makes a huge difference. I know I use Credit Karma to look at my credit every single month. It's free. And to be able to look at it and realize, come to terms, it is what it is, but also realize that you have the power to raise this and to take care of this. Like, you can take care of this. This is not something that I watched my partner is the one that got me getting my free credit report in January, like Keisha says, and looking at this, and then actually sitting down and tackling, is this truthful? Is this not? Is this account, are these accounts correct? I also learned that you don't necessarily have to pay off the debt. You can negotiate with these people. Like, all they want, a lot of the times the debt has been already charged off from the original source, and it's been sold to a third party company. All they do every couple of years is just resell it. So you can contact them and be like, okay, I see this credit card right here is $750. Let them make you an offer, and you can actually make an offer. Can I pay this off? I got 400. Would you take 400 for it? And they were literally, pennies on a dollar. They will literally accept that. You can pay it off in half, and then literally watch that come off your report, because they do reporting, if I'm not mistaken, twice a month. It's twice a month. So it's like in the 1st and around the 15th. So to actually see that stuff change real quickly, your score change, it's absolutely amazing. So I just have to say, don't be afraid to look at it. Don't be afraid to get intimate with it. Don't be afraid to watch it grow. And that's the fun part, is watching it go up. Like, oh, okay, we're going up on this. Okay. It's possible. It's very possible. And to know that for most housing situations, to buy property, you need at least a 620. At least a 620. 700 is better. It looks good. It sounds better. But at least a 620 will open up doors for car notes, or even when it comes to the housing situation, you need at least a 620. I'm sorry, Keisha, I'm just piggybacking on you. That's all.
Fine, that's fine. That's very good information. Also, regarding like credit cards, what I didn't know years ago is that I used to have credit cards, so I wanted to catch up on all my credit cards. So once I paid them off, I had got rid of some of my credit cards that I had for years. That is truly a no-no. I didn't know that was a no-no. Keep those credit cards. The longer you have them, the better. Even if you're not using them, sometimes if you don't use them for a good little while, they may just cut you off because you're not using them. But do not close those credit cards. It does affect your credit score when you close those credit cards. So I wanted to make sure that I said that. Make sure when we have these grants and different, I just want to make sure, because I'm going to start telling a lot about these grants that's out here, but we need to make sure that we're set up properly. Also, when we're getting these building business credit as well, make sure you get your DUNS in Bradstreet. It's free. Doesn't cost anything to get your DUNS in Bradstreet. That will help with your credit reporting, building relationships. It's a place for people to go to see how legitimate your business is, if they want to work with you and different things like that. So that's very important to have that. And then once you open up a bank account, so a lot of people that used to come and seek my help, they'd be amazed. They want these grants and different. They don't even have a business bank account. Hey, son, they don't have a business bank account. So you want to always, when you open up a business bank account for your business, keep it. The longer you have it, the better your chances are in getting loans, getting money, getting credit. So get a bank and try to stick with it for a long time. You wanted to say something? We can't hear you. You on
She's
mute.
muted.
Okay, so what I found out is that for all of us that's using all the different apps by which to get paid, Cash App, PayPal, Venmo, and what is the other one? I think Apple Pay now has it set up for business. You can use Apple Pay to get that, your Square and everything. Just once you get your business bank account, tie your business bank account to these apps, so you can just deposit money from the app into your business bank. That counts as a deposit. That's what I did. As soon as I got my business account, I made sure I untethered everything from the personal account and then put it straight over to the business account. I am now doing things like paying my cell phone bill from my business account, my business expense, my car note is coming from my business account. My insurance is coming from my business account. So once you start doing that, start paying the stuff that you know normally paying them off our personal account, start doing it off your business account, because what they're looking for is actually seated. I realize they're looking for deposits. They don't care where the deposits come from. So it can come from Cash App, it can come from Venmo, it can come from all of that. And then start using your assets. What is it? Not your assets. Start doing your expenses from your business account. So now you have a running thread of exactly what's going on.
All right, so I have just a little different aspect to what she's saying, just as far as I don't believe in commingling your funds, like commingling. So your personal should stay with your personal, your business.
No, that is my personal, that is my business. I'm saying because my cell phone is in a business account. My
your car, you mentioned your car, your vehicle, if it's not a commercial vehicle for your business, my recommendation, we could do what we want to do, but my recommendation is to keep that separate. Another thing is very important, what Danyelle kind of was leading to. You want that paper trail. So like when I used to have the restaurant, me and my business partner used to have a big issue with the restaurant. We might have made $2,000 that day. But then he needed to go to the grocery store, to go shopping, go down to Eastern Market and go shopping and replenish the food. So we made all that money. There was no paper trail to see how much money is actually coming in. You are supposed to deposit every dollar that you have. And even if you're going to go right back and take it right out, you want to show that your company made this money. I know it could be a big inconvenience because it was a big, well, I'm going to do that for, because you need the paper trail. How can you truly say, hey, this is how much I made, even though you got to use it to go buy something else? That's your expenses, but make sure you have that paper trail and always deposit the money. Yes.
So when okay, so back to like the car, the transportation. So if it's her personal car, then she and like she has a sign on the car, so that advertises, but she can't take the whole car off because it's her personal car.
She's using it personally.
A part of that she can write off, right?
Yeah, she could. Yes,
but if you bought the car under the company's name,
that's something totally different.
That's different. Okay.
That's totally different. And there's nothing wrong with if she wants to do that. It just makes it difficult for tax purposes to, to figure out what's actually a business and what's really your personal. Now, they used to use receipts, gas receipts. You used to could use gas receipts as an expense. You can no longer use gas receipts anymore. You have to use like the mileage. So keep track of your, of your mileage when it's like that. So she has her bought the vehicle personally, and now sometimes she also use it for advertising. If you have the advertising sign on your car, you have to kind of like, when were you doing it? When you were driving, was this business? And when you were driving, which one was personal? So it kind of makes it a little challenging as far as tax purposes. Did that make sense?
LaKeisha, I just want to, did you say you used to do, that you have done or used to do credit repair as a service? Did you? I don't know.
No, just for my own, personal, just for my own personal. Then, sometimes people come to me asking about credit and different things like that. So, no, just for my personal and family members. So, no, I never did credit courses or anything like that. I just shared the information that I have and my own personal, experience. But I went Saturday, which was good. So, I'm always pushing, trying to be a supplier. So
Not fine.
well, I'm sorry. Yeah, I am a supplier. We are a supplier. And I had not gone to some of the retail stores because we're in 22 stores. So I had not gone back. So some of them were calling me and letting me know that they needed to, redo, they needed some additional products. So I went, one person, that's why the power of being a supplier and being different than everybody else, it's just phenomenal. Because I went to one store, they bought 38 units. So to try to sell 38 units on your website in one day can be challenging, Then the next day I went to another place and he bought 30 units. So, if you had so many stores, that's residual income and they buy in bulk instead of you on the website trying to sell, 30 sales in a day. So if you have the more retail stores you have, the more money. It's really life changing. Your life will never be the same. We all have businesses, things that you really enjoy doing and have. Maybe seriously think about possibly supplying that to others. Because if you're buying it yourself for your business, there are other people who love the same interest that you do and they need those products as well. So so the reason why I really brought it up, because I went to one of the gentlemen, he's on Joy Road, he's a health food store and does alkaline water. And so I purchased some crystals. So I can't wait to take them outside, to clean them and take them outside. I thought it was really, really cute.
Those are beautiful.
It's like a tree. It got stones here and the crystals. He says like 3 of them layered in here. And then I purchased this one because I really don't have a lot of crystals, just the ones that I maybe have a few and I keep in my pocket or my purse. So the reason why I'm bringing this up is that he was purchasing, this one only purchased like 12, which was thankful and grateful. I shouldn't say only. He purchased 12 units. And then I purchased these for him. But he wanted me to, I'm buying this, so you just give me the difference. And so I said, no, I can't do that. I said, no, I don't work like that. This is my personal. This is for me personal. This is separate from my business. I can't take that. And he couldn't understand what is the difference. That don't make no sense to me. That don't make no sense, But it really does. How can you really evaluate your company if you constantly taking money for your own personal? It's almost like you're stealing from your own company. You're stealing from yourself. How can you, have a paycheck, pay your own self, or give yourself a bonus and track it like that. But I really am don't recommend using your personal just because your business, let me go buy this, you just got somebody just bought some products from you and now, I need to go get me some for my hair. Now I need to go and you taking that money that you just got and then you spend it on yourself. You just, remember I was saying, deposit that money first. Like show that you got income coming in. Do that make sense? Make sure you have income coming in.
It does. It does.
It does make sense.
Absolutely does.
Yeah.
Like
Bartering.
We don't like that. Like you should not. And we do it a lot.
Yeah.
African, we do it a lot. And he could say it's the same thing. I said, no, it's not. How can you really evaluate your company if you take it as soon as you made the money. Now you spend it on what you need. I understand sometimes we be leading themselves and woo, I think it's so good. Now I can go buy it. But that's not really how you we should have better discipline.
So the main thing is
Documentation.
paper trail.
Yeah.
Paper trail, yes.
That's
That's
one of the
And
things.
everything. Yeah.
Mhm.
There's other things, if we were to wait a day or two so that we can document it, the next day we don't even want it. We find out we didn't
No.
need that thing, given,
Yes.
some things, it's just like, you know what, I really didn't need to spend that on over there anyway. So yeah. So basically you're saying document everything.
Yeah.
It's right place and then let it come out of the right place. And then you have the paper trail saying what happened. Star was asking me the other day about sometimes she's in a position where she has to pay, or I would have to pay to help the business, and she was saying, well, how does that work? Well, because she gave some money and da-da-da. I said, no, you write down that you loaned it to them, to Everett's. So the Everett's still owe you the money because they didn't have it to cover it. So you still have to have it down. Where do we get that money? Which is what IRS would be saying. So where'd you get that money if you're not making money? So everything has to line up. It has to line up, yeah.
Everything has to line up. And then you want to, especially if you're looking for loans and different things like that, they want to know, show me how much money you made in the last 3 months or 6 months. You didn't even deposit. You know what I'm saying? You made some money, but you didn't even deposit. So how can they know? They don't know that you made this money because you spent it immediately without
Barbara Woodard.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, without logging it or having an accounting,
Mhm.
Yes.
yeah, in that a ledger accounting somehow, paper trail. But depending on the business, it is so easily to get into trouble for commingling of funds. The intentions may be good, but it can get really easy, legally murky when you do that. So it may seem like an inconvenience sometime because you got to do X, Y, and Z, but honestly, good business practices at the beginning will keep you off a slippery slope. And it's so good that we can learn from each other here. Because
I also want to say that technology has made it a lot easier. A lot of things like your Square actually have point of sale systems, which is automatically tied to a bookkeeping system like QuickBooks. I'm very familiar with QuickBooks. I'm very familiar with how at least logging in your deposits and what you're making for different things, you can easily pull what's called a profit and loss statement or income statement and know exactly what the health of your business is at any given particular time. And that way, you can make your sound financial decisions based upon really seeing what numbers are actually coming through. My uncle has a children's salon, and that's where I learned, him and his ex-wife used to sit down every Monday and go over the financials from the previous week, and actually would sit down and look and see what was made, what was paid out, what needs to be paid, and like I know at one point he did put himself as an owner, put himself on payroll because that was the missing part. Everybody else was getting paid except for the owner, where if you don't make it so that you do get paid like everybody else, give yourself a paycheck, then of course, you're going to be left out of the money stream and everything like that. And also know your numbers. I found out a lot of business owners don't know what is the cost for them to do business. They're basing their price on what everybody else is charging, but what do you need to charge in order to make sure that so your cost per hour to do a good or service, and then you add your profit on top of that. So at that particular time, one particular time when we found out, this is like 15, 20 years ago, we went to a thing called Strategies, a workshop where they really taught hair salon owners the numbers of their business. And it was nice to be in a room of multi-ethnic salon owners who were going through the same problem that we were going through. We weren't making any money. This is where a press and curl was $25. Press and curls, silk presses, whatever you want to call it, now start at $75. So it's been some years, but we found out that everybody in Detroit was doing press and curl for $25. We found out our cost per service was $25. So immediately in this weekend roundtable, guess what was the first thing to go up? The cost of a press and curl. It went from our salon, we went from 25 to 45. And when we got back, we thought it was going to be kickback and guff and everything. We said that we will only do a $25 special if it was a special for a slow day. So like a Wednesday or something like that. But $25 could not be the standard practice for that particular service no more. All the prices went up that weekend based knowing that the cost per hour was $25 an hour.
Mhm.
And so knowing your numbers is huge. How much does it cost for you to produce the service? How much does it cost for you to produce the service? Booth rent went up because it was too low, because it wasn't paying the bills. And when we came back, we had to have a meeting with everybody like, yeah, look at here. This is how it's gonna be over here.
Mhm.
Because we knew we finally had the numbers that made sense. We weren't just throwing prices out there because Keisha down the street was charging. No, that's Keisha. We need to charge this right here. So I just wanted to, let you guys know that when we do stuff, we need to find out what our cost per hour is and make sure that our prices align with the cost per hour. The plus the 20 to 25% profit to make sure that you're making your money.
So that is so huge, because a lot of times we do not know our numbers. In order for you to be successful, you need to know, like, first you need to be intentional about what you want in your business, being intentional about how much money that you want to make. So let's just say Evelyn, she has those beautiful earrings. You got to know how many earrings that you have to sell a day, a month, a week, in order to reach that particular goal. So just like our goal, just for the website, I have it written down. We want to make our first $1 million. This is mine. I don't know if y'all can see it or not. Y'all probably can't. But I have this board here that helps me to stay focused. So if I want to make our first $1 million, I needed to break it down from 6 months to 3 months to a month to the days. So in order to make $1 million just from our website, we have to make $2,739.73 a day to reach that. And that means we would need at least 65 people a day spending $42 a day. So it seemed like it's so big, but once you break it down in little pieces, it seems a little bit more, manageable. How many earrings do you have to sell to make whatever your goal is? So that way you'll have that daily goal. All right, I need to try to sell this many a day in order to reach how much money you want to make that month, or how much money you want to make that week. Like you have to know your numbers. I remember one time I was shocked. This company, we had a company who was talking about businesses and how this business made $1 million in sales, but still was at a loss. I'm like, they made $1 million, but yet they wasn't profitable. You're like, how could they make $1 million and they wasn't profitable? But you can make $1 million in sales and don't be.
Still, it's knowing your cost.
Yes.
Prime example. somebody asked a question, and I can't believe they asked this question, not knowing what this time in economics is. Somebody asked the question, why does Subway not have the $5 footlong no more? It's like because the cost and inflation of food, you know what I'm saying? Food is not cheap anymore. Have you guys, I don't know if you guys if you haven't been to a fast food restaurant, I saw this coming years ago. I knew my uncle in Connecticut was complaining about how taking his kids to McDonald's cost him like $30. This is like 15 years ago. But he lives out in Connecticut. Well, you have to understand shipping is, supplies and everything to Connecticut. Fast food wasn't cheap. Well, guess what? 2020, it ain't cheap nowhere. The cost of food has gone up. It has gone up significantly. So will you wonder why Subway is not doing a $5 footlong promotion no more? If you notice, no place has a $5 anything no more. $5 is not going to get you nowhere. Why? Because it's the cost of the food and also the cost of labor. Most places nowadays are not paying minimum wage no more. It's like $13, $14, $15 at these fast food at the fast food restaurants. So that's why you don't see anything quote unquote cheap no more, because it's not cheap to do business no more.
Yeah, the dollar store is almost a $5 store now.
Right. Speaking on the restaurant, I remember going to a workshop and it had like Prosperous, Motor City Match. It had all of these things. And one of the owners, we had went into like maybe I can say a mastermind, but we had went into different little groups and was a restaurant owner. And it was intriguing because I used to have a restaurant and it was amazing. By him knowing his numbers, he had a lady who he had hired to do cakes. And so she changed the recipe or something for the icing. He knew just by the numbers that something was off. He didn't know she had changed the recipe, had to buy more, ingredients for this new icing that she wanted to charge. And then he couldn't, by the numbers, he knew. He talked to her and she said, yeah, I had to buy some additional ingredients for my new icing. But just by knowing the numbers, he could tell something wasn't right. So we have to master the numbers. And sometimes that's not the fun part of our business, because everything about business is not going to be exciting. But you have to do it. Like, you have to do it. So knowing the numbers is key. We still don't have that aspect down pat, but we're working on it as far as natural living by design is concerned. And we're getting better and better at it. Another thing that Danyelle had said, if your business, yes, make sure that you have all the means to accept cash, money for your business. When somebody say, do you accept Zelle? Your answer should be yes. Do you accept PayPal? Your answer should be yes. Like, set yourself up. It's free. It doesn't cost anything, and attach it. Take the time out to, everybody has different ways now of having money. Everyone doesn't carry cash. Set yourself up to be able to receive the money. They want to buy from you, but you need to be open to, oh yes, and you can attach it. Danyelle was right about Square. It could connect to your to QuickBooks. I think PayPal can as well. So yeah, open up those other avenues. Don't be scared of them. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to get Zelle. Don't be afraid to add PayPal so you can accept that.
So can I just say something right here? Oh,
yes.
Oh, okay. I'm listening.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I just need to say this to this group. You know how you upgrade your hairdo? Upgrade how you get your nails done? Upgrade your car? You upgrade your house and how it looks? Okay, we need to work on upgrading our conversation and our language. You said don't be afraid like 5 times, and now I'm scared. Because what you tell me to don't do, that's what you do. That's what language does. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. Okay, so now I'm scared. So now I'm our girl. No. So you're
I
gonna have to
appreciate-
help me out here.
I-
Okay, because I'm listening really keenly now. And so we're gonna be here every day. We're out for something for each other. So we gotta really work together to really have that. That's what I just need to say.
Yes,
Okay. All right,
I-
good. Thank you.
I appreciate that.
Yeah,
Mhm.
thank you. And thank you, LaKeisha. I don't know what's going on between me and you, but we got something going on. I'm gonna find out what it is, but I'm scared of you right now.
And look, and that's all I want to do is connect with you. And it's you know what I connect with you. That's all I do. I need to connect with her. I need to connect.
Oh. Mm-mm. Grand Rising, Mama had the room.
Hey, Mama Hat. So
Grand
what's the difference?
Grand Rising.
Grand Rising.
Missed the party, but my heart was with you guys.
I felt you. I felt you.
I got your text. Yeah. Mhm.
So
Okay, go on, LaKeisha. You had a roll going. Keep rolling.
okay. So before because I want to get our Monday success story in because it
Yeah.
really helps. Always help motivate me and made me realize that all I'm doing is walking in the footsteps of millionaires and billionaires. So we think it's not easy. Some of these stories are just amazing. So one of them, and I'm trying to bring out the ones that we are using or we most familiar with.
Mhm.
So I'm going to talk about Jan Calm, the young billionaire founder of WhatsApp. So I thought this one would be a good one because we are using WhatsApp. He grew up very poor in Mission Viejo, California. Calm and his mother lived on welfare and food stamps throughout his childhood. Jan Calm frequently got into trouble in school and barely graduated from high school. Calm decided to go to college to San Jose State, but dropped out to find work to save enough money to start his own business. Calm got a job sweeping floors at a grocery store. His mother was diagnosed with cancer, so they got by on welfare, food stamps, and disability payments. Calm decided he wanted to go into the computer business, but he knew nothing about computers. He didn't know where to start, so he picked up some computer networking manuals from a used bookstore and taught himself how to make apps. In 2009, he founded WhatsApp, a service that literally allows you to text around the world for absolutely free. In a short period of time, it had over 450 million subscribers and continued to grow, adding 1 million new subscribers per day. Facebook founder Mark Zuckerberg in 2014 purchased WhatsApp from Jan Calm and for $19 billion. Billion dollars. This what I thought was really just fantastic is that Calm told Mark Zuckerberg that he wanted to sign the $19 billion contract at a special place. The special place where Jan Calm signed the $19 billion contract was at the welfare office where he and his mother would pick up their food stamps.
Wow.
We are a Monday success story in Jesus' name. We are a success story. And so a lot of times, people come in different walks of life. The Bible says the hand of the diligent make it rich. We just have to stay in the game. We just have to stay diligent on whatever it is you're doing. Even if you don't want to have a business, stay diligent on whatever it is that your heart's desire. Because everybody get there suddenly. Everybody's gonna get their time and chance. So people go through so many different things. The businesses may not work the first time, then they start another. You just cannot give up. We got to stay in the game. So So I hope that one was a pretty good one to share today.
Yeah, yeah. You know what? I just want to say to each one of you, matter of fact, let's just make a confession. I'm staying in the game. I want
Oh.
everybody. Mama Evelyn, what you doing?
What am I doing?
You just, I just want everybody to say, I'm staying.
Yes, I'm staying in the game.
Danyelle.
I'm staying in the game.
Oh, Monty.
In the game and I'm winning.
Mama Head.
Staying in the game.
All right, Star.
Staying in the game.
I'm deep in the game. Mama Evelyn, you want to share?
No, I had a question. I just want, what are all the forms of payment? You said Zen?
Zelle,
Zelle.
Zelle, Zelle. There's
I got
also
Zelle, PayPal, Cash,
PayPal, Cash App, Venmo.
Then
There's also
Venmo. I'm writing down Venmo.
Apple Pay. Apple Pay does have Apple Pay now has something for business as well.
Okay.
And you still got Square too. Square, which is Cash App, if I'm not mistaken.
And Square will allow you to use all of those services. If you have the Square machine,
Yeah.
accept a lot of those payments that you
No.
paid, allow you to do.
Yeah, credit cards and everything like that.
Okay. I mean, because I know you said Zelle. Did you say Zen?
No, Zelle.
Zelle.
Okay.
Zelle.
Okay. Well, I don't know. I thought I heard Zen. Okay. Get that out of there. Okay. So, yeah, 2, 4. Okay, that's 6. Because I have Zelle, I have PayPal, I have Cash App. Those are the 3 that I have. Okay. All right.
And so while we're talking about staying in the game, I'm going to get into a little bit about the social media of it all. So I don't know if you ladies are aware, but are you aware that there's a new social media out there now? There's a new one. In response to all the craziness that has gone on with Elon Musk owning Twitter and all the craziness on there, Meta, which owns Facebook and Instagram, now has something called Threads. And it's basically short conversations. It's Twitter's younger brother. It's the same exact thing, except for it is not as crazy. It's not as crazy as how Twitter has become. Twitter has become very confrontational. Very it used to be fun to have these short conversations, now it's not. So Threads is just short conversations. That's all it is. Short conversation is tied to your Instagram account. You can go and claim your Thread account, because just like how everybody has a Instagram account from Facebook, if you activate it, that's great. If you don't, it's just there. Threads is the same exact way. And it's new. Threads, THEARDS, like a thread on Thread.
I thought it was THREADS.
Hold on a second, let me double check.
READS, yes.
Yes, THREAD.
Sorry, THREADS.
Okay.
Can you give me the power, Mama Sheila, so I can share my screen?
I got the power.
And I still encourage each and every last one of you to just share your story. Share your story. Share what's going on. What are you doing? Share my screen. Because this really does bring about. Okay, do you see my screen?
Yes.
Okay, let me go to my account. Okay, So on my account, on my Instagram account, under my name, do you see this little @ sign? When I click on it,
Okay.
it says this is my number to join Threads. I've already joined. Okay, I did this on my phone. I'm sorry. I'll download it real quick. But I thought I did it on my phone, but I'm on my iPad, so it's a little bit, it's different. So it's already tied to Meta, as you see. I say log in with Instagram. Okay. And if you ever been on Twitter, it's just little short conversations that people are having. And you can tie it to what is that? Instagram. You can post from Instagram to Threads. So it populated my whole account. It populated my account from Instagram, so I didn't have to rewrite anything. And as people come on over to Threads, I can actually, share a post that I do on Threads on the Instagram, into my Instagram stories and on Instagram. So nothing different, nothing extra, it's just another platform. People are choosing how they want to receive their information. So you don't have to share everything, but it is a good one to actually be on. You can reply to different things. And like I said, it's new. I realized I haven't been on Twitter since I got my new devices. I haven't been on Twitter in a hot second. And it's another way of engaging with people with content. So like I said, everybody hasn't jumped on here yet because it's fairly brand new. But you could still find find the information, find out something new. That's to hear me forward. I'm like, okay, I love food, so anything to do with food gets me. And yeah, I'm sitting here and I'm liking it. So it's just to let you know that there's something new. I like this. I am resourceful. I am much better than I ever could be. I am the substance of everything hoped for. I am the proof of what's never been. I am beautiful. I am responsible. I am enough, and my soul is complete. More than just sustainable. I am a conqueror, worthy of love that is whole and complete. That is on me. I know who this is. That was just powerful. I just had to, and I could like this. I can comment on it, and I could share it to my story. I could share it to my post feed. I could tweet it. So they still have it compared to tweet, and I could share other ways. I think I'm gonna share it to my story. And you see, I got two different, I'm sharing this on Instagram. I'm sharing on Instagram right now because that's powerful. I needed to hear that. And if I go into my story, I just shared her story of that powerful words of affirmation. So I just wanted to let you know that there is something new out here. And then there is this queen right here. I love following her. The capture queen. And what she promotes is pretty much doing batch content, but doing a photo shoot doing a really good photo shoot of yourself and the different elements of you each month, and using that content to actually promote everything for the next month. She's out of Texas. She's a photographer. I know she's a single mother, and she is constantly posting some great content. I do share and look at for other people. I look and see what other people are doing, and I emulate it into my plan just to show people what's going on. So I'm gonna come out of this screen right here, and I'm gonna stop share and put it back on me. And so one of the things that I wanted to suggest, I have a little pet peeve, and I hate when people post stuff like events after the fact. And it's like, or during, and it's like, what? Okay, I didn't know nothing about this. So I'm like, for instance, Mama Evelyn, you did an excellent job promoting the event for the listening partners for Juneteenth. I knew exactly about it. You reminded me, reminded us, and I was able to go and participate, and it was a wonderful support you, and it was a wonderful event. Met so many new beautiful sisters and souls, who's into the whole caring of the womb and self-care and helping the community. Yeah. Posting stuff, what happens at the last minute is that people usually have the stuff already predetermined, but if you let us know in advance time and let everybody else know, you'll have people come out and support you and support other people. So Mama Head, I'm shouting you out. Well, actually, first of all, let me shout out Idwana, because I saw your post about gonging out in the garden with the doggy. I thought that was so cute. That was absolutely amazing. And bringing more information to the sound bath. We each have, I know content creation can seem like a lot, but if you realize that you have a niche market, you have people who are looking at you, who are waiting for you, who are watching you and want to know what's going on in your world. I had a sister, I just found out that she just graduated from yoga training, and she has a company called Sue Wasted of teaching people how to sew. So she is now stopping teaching people how to sew, and she's creating yoga. She's combining her love of yoga and her love of teaching people to sew into Sue Yoga retreats, because she realized that people need to actually get away and just get away from everything and just focus in on themselves. And what better way to combine yoga and the art of the art of sewing. I was like, oh, that's dope.
Oh yeah, I follow her. She's really, yeah, because she started, I think I first heard of her when Steph and Ty had their place on John R. And I think she was doing So Wasted there. I think, wasn't she?
She was.
Yeah.
And yeah, I love her stuff.
I know her mother is a belly dancer, and Mama Lorna has actually become a jewelry maker, a fabulous jewelry maker. And she always talked about her daughter Tracy, and Tracy is somebody whom I follow, but she shared her story about how it just came to her that she wanted to combine the two together, and that's what she's starting to do now. I'm like, okay, that is different, and I think that might work, and I think I might need to look into one of her retreats. Maymuna, another one. Followed her whole journey. Now I'm following her while she's in Jamaica. And it's nice to know that I know two people in Jamaica.
Yeah.
So, you may not think it's important. You may think, okay, I'm choosing my words. It's important. Make it fun. Make it, whimsical, but just let us know exactly what's going on. Let us know what's going on. Let us know what the next event is. Let us know what you just went to, what you just experienced. I got footage of Mama Sheila. One day I just randomly popped up Friday and was grounding and wine. And, we had the eye candy. I did a reel with the eye candy. So, you know what I'm saying? We can get our numbers up with the people who are following us. It turns into other opportunities. I have a student that has over 100,000 followers. As a hairstylist, her chair is always booked. Now she's getting affiliate marketing opportunities with different companies promoting their product. And I'm like, what better way, if you're already using a product, what better way to get paid for it? Get it for free and get paid for it to, share it with the audience that's following you. So there's other paid opportunities, other streams of revenue to unlock when all you do is just share and post content about yourself, about your business, your why. Why do you do what you do? Why you feel so passionate about what it is that you're doing? What's new? What's going on? A lot of stuff that we have, we can turn into digital content, an ebook, a 10-page ebook that you can charge $10 for. People will buy a wealth of knowledge. You know what I'm saying? There's people that got vendors lists that people are charging to, use their vendors for you to start your business. The digital list is an excellent way of bringing in some extra money, because it's like, $10, everybody wants knowledge, and everybody wants to get better with different things of that nature. You can always niche some of your stuff and package it where people will get into an ebook. And we can all create ebooks in Canva and just sell it and promote it that, hey, this is the information that I got here. Buy my ebook, buy my vendors list. I'm like, it's amazing to me. Buy my grant list. That's the one. People have grant information that they collected about the grants, and they put it on the list and they're selling the list. So you can sit down and think about what it is that you can put in what it is that you can sell. What information can you sell that you can just put it in a book form? It could be 10 pages long that would help somebody else within the niche in the market that can put some extra money in your pocket. And these are things that you can sell in your sleep. Wake up and there's like 100 ebooks. Beauty about ebooks, you ain't got no shipping. You don't have to deal with weight or anything. They can easily download it and get the information that they need right then and there. So I'm just throwing out some jewels.
Yes.
There's some nuggets out here, because I'm like, we want to go to Jamaica. We'll travel. I want my goods and services to pay for my traveling.
And what that Danyelle was speaking on, education is over $1 billion industry. It's over $1 billion industry. And with AI out here, you can have an ebook created just like that. I think I might want to do a class on that, on artificial intelligence, using the proper prompts in order to get the things that you want to have done. Also, use AI to help answer the questions regarding your grants. Let it answer the questions for you. Just give it the information about your business. I'm sharing a good nugget. I'm sharing it.
Yeah, I hear you. Okay. Let's see. What I had a question about.
What you wanted to do about your business, and highlight the question and put it in there and let it answer your questions for you. You'll be amazed.
Can we, if not before, can we next Monday actually each of us do it, like the AI? Can we just everybody on their computer? So I don't know if it works as well on some people know how to master the telephone doing everything. But that we actually put our question in, each of us, so that we go through that process and then can use it.
Okay.
Yeah, we can. Matter of fact, let's do that Friday. Let's do it Friday. Will you be here, Danyelle and LaKeisha, either one of you?
Have to.
And then that way, you don't have to be the whole time, but this a time where we actually go through it. My son yesterday, I was so excited. He showed me, because he's doing these content things. So he showed me how to edit using that cut something.
CapCut?
Yeah, he had shown me, you as well, told me about it, but actually showing me, I'm Kansas City. I'm born in Kansas City. I'm gonna show you, okay? And I was like so excited because now I know how to, I can take pictures, film stuff and know that I can go in and I can pull in the footage. Because that footage that I did of Rev when it was while we were doing the show. I just did short things while she was doing it. I blew her up so that she was big. and I was just capturing little moments like that. I haven't done anything with it yet, but now I know how to edit that. And what he also did,
It's possible. It's a world lead, a meet record for Sydney McLaughlin.
yeah, I think that I'm really considering a at least once a month that is tech, shared tech, I don't know the name of it yet, but where all of us come together over at the shop and we just share things with one another, just, you know, like little things like this. Oh, okay, you do this, blah, blah, blah. And because I was so excited. I said, oh my God, I got another thing to play with. And now I can upload some things when you're saying stuff, or I can go back afterwards because I had the film, and you all had the film as well, and I just record it, or I can
But
record
you know, there's the AI, there's that.
or 1 second, or I can now take, because he said I can take the whole thing and to cut thing and chop it up. I haven't done
CapCut. But now there's a whole, you know, there's that one AI that I use that will actually chop up the recording that we do right now and find the most important links, the important part, and turn it into, like, it gives you 10 clips for the 2 hours. That's why I was like, okay, if we can keep this at 2 hours, then we can use that technology to actually edit this information and use that to actually go out and promote the next show and the next show and the next show. I gotta find, I think it's called Opulus AI. It will do that for you, because we get busy, and it's like that editing part is so crucial and so important. It's like, okay. That's one of the reasons why I'm looking forward to having students learn the social media aspect to help with the editing of the video editing of the show that we have, because we need those short snippets to 1 minute to 30 seconds to a minute to actually, get other people engaged in what we're doing. Also, I would like to get together and shoot content, have a content brunch, and actually, everybody help each other shoot their content. Like the idea for the kitchen, you know what I'm saying? Us, not modeling, but doing content in the kitchen to promote the kitchen. Well, we need to do stuff for each other. We need to, just like, I know when I went to Mama Evelyn's event, I made sure I got video for her, so she can edit and post for her next event. Whenever and wherever that is. But people also like to know, like the kite event. I got Ebony posted about the kite event. Then I started seeing people actually post, how great the event was, how they enjoyed themselves, and you can see it in the video that, the families and everything, they really had a good time. Out there on Belle Isle. So I'm like, yeah, we can get together and help each other get ourselves out here. So I'm down for that.
So Monday works better for me, because on Fridays sometimes I'm not able to be on the Elizabeth on Fridays because
we'll do it Monday. Yeah,
because I work my insurance business on that day in the morning with a partner.
Yeah, we'll keep it on Monday. So we'll do that Monday.
Good information.
Yeah, I got a lot of notes. My note says about what Mama Evelyn was talking about to get my the travel thing. The what is that called?
Passport.
I got to get my passport. Yes, so that's one. I got some stuff around. I got a lot of stuff. LaKeisha,
Okay,
I got a lot of stuff around getting my, my banking, our business, and all that stuff. And so That's what I'm working on this week, and this thread thing, not sure. You said Oculus AI?
Let me double check. I believe it's called Oculus. It's for cutting long video, 2-hour videos down.
Please spell that.
Hold on one second. I'm double checking right now.
Mhm.
Believe it's Oculus. OPLUS.
Well, it's gotta be another vowel in there. Opulus. Is it OPTULUS?
Hold on
Opulus?
one second. Let me see.
Can't commit to Family Feud until
Because I
Saturday.
got
We're
some stuff on my phone.
deals. Would you want to do Family Feud with us? You should totally do it. It is. It's all I watch every night.
TV on or something.
Like, oh my god, I'm so you were to do it.
Somebody's TV? I don't know. Not mine.
That feuds.
I guess, yeah, I'll do it.
We are working on
Yes.
what
So,
this,
I had already tried last year.
but whenever, we'll have it by next week anyway. We'll know.
I used that, I used the AI because Haru had me using it. I was like, and then I used it to write up my movement session. And so it went really well. It came up with a name and everything. And I just went through and tweaked out, I took out certain words and put in that, other words and just tweaked it to what I wanted it to, I Grammarly'd it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that worked out really nice and it flowed really well. It's a good way to help, yourself. And some people are talking about it negatively, but I'm like, it's only gonna give you what you give it. You know what I mean? So, if you word things really well, it'll give you a nice write-up. It is your information. You're putting your information in and it's helping you come up with words for your program or what have you. And I think it's a really good, it's got to come from somewhere. So I don't know why people be tripping. It's a really good tool.
It's a great tool. I do have a link because I did talk about the Toddlerverse, the financial literacy program that they have going on, which is absolutely amazing. And it's also a network. I know I just put a quick note here, Toddlerverse Zoom. I want to send a Zoom over. Okay, here we go. If you're interested, you could take a look at it at your own discretion, but it's definitely something that I'm interested in. Because like I said, I will put up earlier, I sat at a Doctor of Finance, she's a multi-millionaire, table in, her condo this past weekend. And every last woman that was at the table was a woman they were women who are building their portfolios up through finance, but we were calling people who haven't been on and we haven't seen in a while, and just let them know that you want to get this financial education to build up your portfolios, to be a part of the network, the financing, the Black owned everything. So I'm going to put this link here in the chat.
Last year in Tokyo.
I tell you, this is so interesting. Switching technologies.
Great Britain.
And okay, I'm trying. Okay, here we go. Not trying. I'm doing. And I'm just excited. I'm excited. I'm so excited for where. There we go. We are all headed. Now, like I said, they got everything, and that was just so excited to actually see. And like I said, I met a woman who got approved for financing for a piece of property that she's completing in 48 hours from a Black-owned bank. So I'm like, okay, I'm ready to do this. Release the word try. Yes, ma'am. Speak in declaratives. Yes, ma'am.
Um, hmm.
You gonna say something, Evelyn?
Well, along the residual streams of the income where you, because I have five, I wrote them down. I have 5 items that I have remember that guy we had on, and he would, well, he never got back to me, and it's like, I I just, I was really interested in, I have 5 items that I have the directions for, that things that I've made. And um and what I needed was somebody to help me digitally make them into patterns. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
So that I could record making the items and they could buy the patterns. That was just something I had, that was, along the lines. And so that's what I needed, somebody who can digitally help me, put the patterns into a PDF, you know, that people can just purchase and had a pattern, and then I could do a video on how to make whatever. It's just little things. It's like how I make my pouches, how I make my change purses. And years ago, I used to make, I used to make fabric folders. You know how you have a folder and you have all your, like you go to school and you have all your little slots in there and you put your little papers. And I used to make those. And the book covers we've already talked about several times, because there's still people who read books. And the magic bags that I reconstructed for my friends. So yeah, just was giving a thought, just a thought of, we were talking about videos and stuff like that. So yeah, just putting it out there.
Mhm.
I can't remember his name.
Well, if you can't remember his name, you can always go to, I'm pretty sure that there's somebody on YouTube that has done what you're looking for. Creating a PDF pattern for your, because
That's a good idea, Danny. Thank you. Because I'm always on YouTube.
as Mama had said, YouTube University. And already got the questions. Type the questions exactly how you wrote them. Type that into YouTube and see what pops up.
Mm-hmm.
Because I know how to turn things into PDFs. That's easy. But I don't have the artistic ability to actually, draw the patterns that you're talking about. But if you're the artist and you draw it out, you know what I'm saying? All it is taking that photo and turning it into a PDF. And
yeah, I did draw some of them out by hand, or I wrote out the directions and kind of put an illustration. I did that.
So it could, and so yeah, so look up YouTube and see what comes up. So because somebody has done it, and there's probably a couple of thousand people doing it,
Yeah.
at their craft. Like we getting this money.
Mm-hmm. Well, Queen,
I felt that last night, though. I wanted to say I felt that last night.
Mm-hmm.
That we are on the cusp of that breakthrough that we all say we want. And so we're given directions by, Reverend Amani and Isis on, this is to get the life you think you want or that God has planned for you. These are the things you have to do. You can't sit back and say, oh, no. You got to do work. Got to do work, people.
Got to pay the dues. Got to pay the dues. So you can find out the do's and the don'ts. And
Get in the trenches. Get in the trenches.
You got to get down there, girl. Mm-hmm.
It's time.
Yeah, you know what? Mama had? There is nothing wrong with the trenches. You learn so much in the trenches. You know, when you have to get down there and move the dirt off of this, you find gold and silver and precious things that you've been looking for, or that gives you another idea of
Mm-hmm.
approach something, or how to do something, how to think about a different way to consider. Along the path of the trenches, you meet all kind of other people.
There it is, that part.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
meet all kind of people. Then you find out it wasn't as bad as what you thought it was.
Because you made up in your mind what it was gonna be like, and there's nothing like that, and that's what kept you from, kept you. But that you got to learn the lessons along the way, because if you don't learn the lessons, then you won't know when you get there what to, some of the things that may come about. And instead of crashing, you go, oh, maybe I need to call Danyelle or Mama Evelyn or Reverend Omani. I need to keep, you get to get your mind. You got to have your mind prepared, and your mental, physical, and spiritual for everything.
Okay, so okay. So I ain't playing. Wait a minute, here I go. I ain't playing with y'all.
Well, then you got to come on in so we can face you face to face.
Wait a minute, and I ain't scared. Wait a minute, hold on. And I ain't scared of that either. Let me take my do-rag. Wait a minute, hold on. Let me take my do-rag back off. Wait, hold on. Now, last night we talked about you got the lowland and you got the highland. The trenches, is that the lowland or the highland?
Okay, I got you. That's the lowland, definitely.
I ain't down there no more. I don't have to. That's an old way of thinking. It's an old way of being. I'm here to tell y'all, and I will keep declaring it till it get declared and we get free. We's free from that. We are heading to the fifth dimension, and the fifth dimension is not about what we are not. The fifth dimension is about who we are. I am.
Okay,
period. And all you got to and that's all you got to do is keep speaking from there. Now, like Mama has said, if you get caught up and you can't get up out of there, call somebody and get yourself up out of there. But we ain't even, wait a minute, we ain't even got to go there. But you notice how we want to talk ourselves into being there?
Yeah, that it's okay to be there. I
know. Yeah, here you go. It's okay to be in the trenches. No, it ain't.
In the trenches.
I'm done with the trenches. That's some bullshit. Wait a minute. I just want y'all to know I'm like try now. We done went past try, and now we not going to the trenches. We're heading to the fifth dimension, and we ain't going back. We heading to the fifth dimension, where it's the possibility of all possibilities, and anything that we put in the fifth field will come back to us. So I'm not putting the trenches in the fifth field, because why? The trenches gonna come back to me. I don't want the trenches. I want the high life.
All right,
Ooh,
right. Like the judge says, when the lawyer says something and that he didn't want them to hear and to consider. So scratch that what I said. Do not
right.
Scratch all of that.
Yeah, but it's gonna take something on all our part to really have that in our conversation, because if we just really listen to what we're saying, we got a lot that's in the lowlands. And it's really, when you really think about it, in the Bible, anytime when they want to talk to God, where did they go?
Up in the mountains.
Come on, they went to the mountains.
They go up.
They went to every time it was some problems. Where was they? They was in the valley, in the lowlands. No, I'm heading to the mountains.
Ashe.
We heading toward the hills, people. Oh my God. Okay, I'm putting my do-rag back on.
Okay.
Right, and we're gonna do our rag right on into the rest of our day.
Yeah. That in this garage.
Great show, Danyelle and LaKeisha.
Yes, and LaKeisha, yeah.
Well, thank y'all.
Mm-hmm.
And I put that information in there. As soon as I get the information for the Zoom for the Topiverse, I will let you guys know. Like I said, thank you for mentioning that, Reverend Omani, about being up in the mountains and everything. I'm saying, being around this woman, this Jewel Tankard, you can look her up. She's financially amazing. And I'm like, you know what? I'm ready to go to the top. I'm ready. I am at the top. I'm already there. I'm declaring that I'm already there. And I'm love the fact that I have some phenomenal women who are headed there with me. And like it feels good. It's like, okay, ain't gonna be lonely at the top.
Oh,
No.
beautiful people. Let's give ourselves a big hug. Stretch that back. Come on, LaKeisha. Yeah, we can't go, Star. I don't know if you're doing it, but y'all better be doing it. And hug the world. And sprinkle all the blessings. And go up in the mountains. Hey, if the judge can tell her to erase and all them people to erase what they heard, I am that one too. It's all gone. We're in the mountains. We only speak those things that are true, honest, of a good report.
Yep. All right.
Peace out.
Love y'all.
Love you.
Love you.
Where's it at?